Hey, I just started my live streaming. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining this session. I'm really excited for this wonderful session. And Toastmasters, I thought I have a long story why I joined Toastmasters. After joining it, leadership is completely accident, and this accident is like a music which adds more value, more emotion, more transformation in my journey. And today, it's my pleasure and honor to have our past district director, Narayanan M. I have a few introduction about him. He has joined Toastmasters since 2011, and he has been superannuated from Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited as CEO of Skill Development Institute. In Toastmasters, he has been the past district director 2023-2024, and he has been served as program quality director, division director, area director, and presidents of 4 president distinguished clubs. And he played all of the club officer roles, and he also served as club coaches. In education, he has completed MBA in HRM and BTech in mechanical engineering. I'm really happy and excited to welcome DTM Narayanan. Before that, I like to acknowledge our current club growth director, DTM Natasha Kumar. Thank you so much for joining. And over to you, DTM Narayanan, for the wonderful, exciting session.
Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. You're audible.
Till I heard this introduction, I was not aware that I am such a great person. Thank you, Toastmaster Udaymar, for this splendid and detailed introduction. I have a small request to all of you. If possible, please open your camera so that I can see your beautiful face. Okay, no problem. Area Director, Toastmaster Udaymar, our Club Youth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Natasha Kumar, our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Gogol P. Menon, another area director, Distinguished Toastmaster Sumam, other vibrant leaders and leaders in the making. Good evening. At the outset, let me express my sincere gratitude to Area Director Toastmaster Uday Kumar for giving me an opportunity to address the August audience. Today afternoon, my wife asked me, "Do you have any program in the evening?" I said, "Of course. I have to deliver a speech in a Toastmasters meeting." She again asked, "What's the duration of your speech?" I said, "It is around 30 to 40 minutes." She again said, "Oh, I will pray." Then I said, "Thank you. I am really lucky to have a motivating wife like you." Then she immediately said, "What I meant is, I will pray for the audience." So, my dear Toastmasters, my wife has a great concern about you. At the end of this meeting, don't curse me. If at all you want to take any vengeance, please do it to the area director, Toastmaster Uday Kumar, because he is the person responsible for this predicament. Let me ask you a simple question. All of you are Toastmasters, right? Why did you join Toastmasters? Can you please answer this question or type the answer in the chat box. Let your fast fingers work.
To speak at least 5 minutes continuously without break.
Okay. Then I expect more answer from you.
To overcome fear.
To overcome fear. Then
Life is ordinary.
okay. All of you know that the tagline of Toastmasters International is where leaders are made. Right. Improving our speaking skills is important. And at the same time, we are out here to learn and improve our leadership skills as well. Which is more important, leadership or speaking skills? What do you think? Of course, both are important. But as you know, leadership is the culmination of various skills. Communication skills definitely help a person to become a great leader. James Hume says that the art of communication is the language of leadership. All of you acquired at least a little bit of communication. Water painting Mona Lisa was created by Leonardo da Vinci, who built the marvelous monuments Taj Mahal. Can I have answers from your side?
Shah Jahan.
Any other answer?
The workers employed by Shah Jahan.
Yeah, it's an intelligent answer from our program quality director. Any other answer?
Shah Jahan.
Shah Jahan. To the best of my knowledge, Shah Jahan did not place even a single piece of marble in the construction of Taj Mahal. Still, we will say that Shah Jahan built that marvelous monument, Taj Mahal. Why?
He is the
There
leader.
lies the importance of, yes, there lies the importance of leadership. Then naturally, a question bubbles up. Who is a leader? There are many definitions for a leader. If you get things done with the help of others, you are a leader. If you take control of a situation and try to change it, you are a leader. If you make a difference in the life of others, you are a leader. If you create leaders instead of followers, you are a leader. Malay Yousafzai and Greta Thunberg proved that age and experience are not criteria to become a leader. My dear Toastmasters, you are all knowledgeable people. I don't want to omit so many jargons or theories about leadership. But I would like to share my story. My story or my experience in the leadership journey in Toastmasters. All of you have heard from Toastmaster Uday Kumar in my introduction that I had worked in BPCL Kochi refinery. In 2011, some eminent Toastmasters decided to charter a new club in the Refinery and Toastmasters. Refine. And the name of the club was Refinery and Toastmasters Club. As I wanted to improve my communication and leadership skills, I decided to join that club. Meanwhile, let me welcome our immediate past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Arjun Sundar Raj. Yes, I wanted to join Refine and Toastmasters Club because I wanted to improve my communication and leadership skills. Then, the sponsor of that club, distinguished Toastmaster Narayanan CS, told me to take up a club officer role. I flatly refused because I thought that leadership was not my cup of tea. But he was very adamant and he insisted on me again and again. Finally, I took up the role of secretary. My dear fellow Toastmasters, that decision laid the foundation stone of my leadership journey in Toastmasters, and that laid my Toastmasters journey or leadership journey, and that changed my life. Once again, may I request you to open your camera if possible? Please raise your right hand. Okay, keep it down. Please raise your left hand. Okay, keep it down. And now please raise your both hands. Thank you. Keep them down. After a year, I joined Toastmasters. Distinguished Toastmaster Narayanan CS asked me to take up the role of Vice President Education. The role of secretary was very simple. Just to prepare the minutes of meeting and circulate it to the group. But what about the role of Vice President Education? The VP has to coordinate with all members and assign them roles, prepare the agenda. Then to perform the role of the president when in his or her absence. I thought that it's a Herculean task and it won't be possible for me. Then I told distinguished Toastmaster Narayanan CS. Even my wife and children did not obey my instructions. Then how can I expect that my fellow Toastmasters will follow my instructions and take up roles? So it would be better to find out someone else who has some leadership skills. Then Narayanan said, Narayan, even the goats could not make their wives obey their instructions. So don't worry about it. You know, Toastmasters are the most obedient people in this world. And they possess enormous patience. So it would be very easy to coordinate with them and perform your role. Do you agree with the statement made by the distinguished Toastmaster Narayanan CS? Yes, I fully endorse it. I realized that Toastmasters are the most obedient people and they possess enormous patience. Definitely, these two traits will help all Toastmasters to lead a happy and successful married life. Of course, I also believe that the most two important traits acquired by Toastmasters after joining clubs are the patience and this perseverance or the tolerance. After the VP education, I took up the role of president. It was during that time Refined Toastmasters Club achieved the maximum number of awards, including the Golden Gavel Award for the first time. But nowadays, many Toastmasters are reluctant to take up leadership roles. Why? Here is a small story from the great epic, Ramayana. When Sita was abducted by Ravana, Rama made an agreement with Sugriva, the king of monkeys. As per the agreement, Sugriva had to find out Sita. So Sugriva made 4 troops of monkeys and sent them to each direction. The troop led by Angada went to southern side and reached at the seashore. There they met the vulture Sampadi, and he informed that troop that Ravana took Sita to Lanka, which is located on the other side of the sea. He also said that the distance between the Lanka and that place is 100 yojanas. Angada realized that it would be a Herculean task to cross over the sea. So he asked every member in that troop to tell him the maximum distance they could jump. Each of the members told him the maximum distance. But all of them were below 100 yojanas. Then Jambavan, the eldest among that group, cast an admiring look at Hanuman. Hanuman was sitting aside without saying anything. Jambavan said to Hanuman, "My dear, you are the son of the god of winds, and you are equal to him in splendor, intelligence, and power. You are the sole hope of this whole troop. You are equal in power to the king of birds, Garuda. Crossing over this sea or jumping over it is a cakewalk for you. You can make it and save us from this crisis." On hearing this motivating and inspiring words from Jambavan, Hanuman recognized his strength and jumped over the sea and fulfilled his mission. Here, the million-dollar question is whether Hanuman got his strength on hearing the inspiring words from Jambavan, or did he possess his strength originally? If he had possessed his strength originally, why didn't he offer his help when Angada requested? Yes, we all know that Hanuman had his strength when he was born. But he recognized his strength or realized his strength only when Jambavan reminded him about his strength. Similarly, here also we have so many Hanumans without knowing their actual strength. Today I came here to act the role of Jambavan and motivate you to take up the leadership skills. Another question to you is, what gives you the most satisfaction? Can I have some answer from your side? What gives you the most satisfaction?
Transforming people.
Transforming people. Good. Any other answer? Seeing achieve their aspired goals. Great. To me, if someone says that I made a difference in his or her life, that gives me the utmost satisfaction. Toastmasters leadership provides you a plethora of opportunities to make a difference in the life of others. Having said all these things, I don't say that leadership journey will be a cakewalk or a red carpet for you. During your journey, you may face adversities, obstacles, and difficulties. If you think that you are not or you don't possess sufficient strength to overcome those situations, or you can't find out solutions for the problems, the next story is for you. A young lady was walking with his father on a forest path. At some point, they found a big stone blocking their way forward. The girl asked her father, "If I try, do you think that I can move the stone?" Father said, "Of course, if you use all your strength." The girl pushed hard to move the stone away from the way, but she couldn't. She said with a disappointment, "Dad, you are wrong. I couldn't move it." Father said, "Dear girl, you can move it if you use all your strength." She again tried hard, but the stone did not move from that position. Then she said, "No, Dad, I can't do it." Finally, father said, "My dear, I advised you to use all your strength. You did not ask for my help. Please know that I am also part of your strength." Dear Toastmasters, please know that you are not alone. There's a wonderful team with you to achieve your goals. Team means together everyone achieve more. Also know that seeking guidance, help, and support from people are not a symptom of weakness, but it is a sign of wisdom. So never hesitate to take up the help of others. Take up leadership skills Believe that you will never fail if you have a proper team with you. Once a foreigner, when visited a village, asked one of the villagers, "Was any big people born here?" The countryman replied, "No, sir. Only babies were born here." At the first instance, you may feel that it's a joke, but it includes a great insight in this reply. All the great people all the people who became great later were ordinary babies when they were born. They became great because of their burning desire, hard work, and never give up attitude. As Paulo Coelho says, when you really want something, the whole world conspires in helping you to achieve it. After joining Toastmasters in 2011, during the course of time, I performed various club officers roles. Apart from the president of Refine and Toastmasters Club, I took up the role of president in 3 other Toastmasters clubs and helped them to achieve the president's distinguished status. In 2015-16, distinguished Toastmaster Gauri Seshadri, the present second vice president of Toastmasters International, motivated me to take up the role of area director. I accepted. In 2016-17, I became the division director. During that period, I got the Best Division Director Award in District 92. I received that award from Distinguished Toastmaster Pavas Chandra. Now he is the International Director of Region 13. In 2021-22, I was selected as the Program Quality Director. And 2022-23, the District Director. This leadership journey started by taking the role of secretary in our club level. I am an ordinary person, and most of you sitting here are much more talented than me. If I could perform these roles, definitely all of you can also do it, and sometimes even more. As the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The pertinent question here is, are you ready to take up that single step? If your answer is no, no problem. Nothing will happen. Tomorrow, the sun still rises in the east and sets in the west. The world moves as it is. But if your answer is yes, that will pave a strong foundation of a magnificent world for you. It will add colors, flavors, and fragrance to your life. It will also help to make a difference in the life of people around you. So, my dear Toastmasters, please be aware that you are the scriptwriter of your life. take up leadership roles, perform with the best of your ability, and make a difference in the life of people around you. Are you ready? If so, please push a thumbs up by using that reaction button. Thank you. So please come forward and take up leadership roles. Let people around you say about you that they have a leader. Even after years, let them say about you that they had a leader. For that, rise and radiate. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Uday Kumar.
Thank you so much.
Now let's have a Q&A session. The floor is open to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Narayanan. It was very we experienced what you go through in the leadership journey. Before going to Q&A, I want to share something I joined Toastmaster in 2017, but I was very reluctant to deliver my speaker speech, and all of a sudden I become very busy. I quit Toastmasters. Then 5 years left, and I don't see any change. So as soon as I moved to Bangalore, I took Toastmasters, joined Toastmasters, end up choosing SAA. Even the SAA role has a lot of impact on me. I keep taking the roles of whatever opportunity I get in Toastmasters. Now it's time for questionnaires. Who wants to go? Who's the lucky person to ask the first question to our past district director? Yes, Sabri.
Good evening, DTM Narayanan. I just want to ask one thing. How do you memorize the points which we have to speak during a speech? So we usually memorize some main points. Then how do you craft and how do you touch all these points without forgetting these points? Actually, during my speech, sometimes I forget these points. I try to learn this before speech, but many points I just forget. And speech becomes not in order. So how do you remember all these points in a speech?
That's a very good question from your side, Toastmaster Sabarishan. Thank you for that wonderful question. For any topic, we prepare, as you said, we prepare so many points. I try to correlate with some other things which is very pertinent in my life. For example, sometimes it may be a chronological order. Sometimes I relate it to some other stories. Sometimes I keep it in my fingers, the points. The first point is this one. The second point is this one. There may be maximum 5 or 6 points in a 5 to 7 minute speech. So it is very easy. But the most important thing is, what is the most important thing? See, even if we prepare 10 points and forget about 2 or 3 points, who knows about it? Only we, right? Only the person who prepared that points. Nobody else knows that the speaker forgot some points. So don't worry about it. It is quite natural for every speaker that they may forget some of the points. The another tip is to write the point by point in a small sheet of paper so that we can refer that sheet at any point of time. So 4 or 5 points if we have loss of memory or if we don't have sufficient memory power. So it's okay to note down the salient points in a sheet of paper. Those are the techniques I used to take up when I deliver speeches in Toastmasters groups or wherever it is. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. I like to reiterate this session is all about leadership, make a difference as a leader. If you're reluctant to choose any leadership role at your club, or if you want to ask any questions about club leadership, what is in it for you, you can ask. Feel free to ask any questions about TA leadership, how it can help you at your profession. Please raise your hands and start asking questions.
All right, and then I'll ask the next question. I posted my question in the chat box, which is more about challenges that we face in leadership and also about certain differences of opinion. I've seen you as a leader leading our district as a district director, program quality director, and having worked closely with you in one of your roles, I know that we face challenges on a regular basis, even in district leadership. You have been the CEO of Skill Development Institute of BPCL. I know you have had your set of challenges there as well. What is your general approach towards challenges and also differences of opinion that could arise in your leadership arena?
Thank you, Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Google P. Menon, for such a relevant question. It is very much relevant to each and every leadership role. Because when we are taking up leadership, we have to maintain or we have to act with the team. Team is a group of members coming from different walks of life. So it is quite natural that each and everyone has their own opinions, their own views about the goals. First, and the most important thing is we have to listen them. Our viewpoint may not be correct sometimes. So listen them carefully. Each and every leader must have a good listening capacity. If we listen them and if we put our feet in their shoes, we can understand why that person has a different type of opinion. Try to understand him. Sometimes, if we are wrong, and if we can implement or accept his or her suggestion with an open mind, let us accept it as a leader. A leader should always be flexible. And if the other person is wrong, try to convince him why we take such a decision and what would be the implications or after effects if we implement his or her decision. And by having an interaction or discussion, not an argument, I say, by having a positive discussion, we can take those people also in our team and in our board. So by taking these steps, most of the problems or challenges can be resolved. And of course, sometimes it may not be possible, I agree, because sometimes some people will be adamant, but there, as a leader, we have to use our power. That's my takeaway as a leader.
Thank you for that, and a very practical, thought-provoking suggestion. Thank you for that. Over to you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a personal question. I have two questions. Which role in Toastmaster leadership is very difficult to you? And what about the time management? Like, it is very difficult for me to like streamline my activities in terms of Toastmasters professional. Tell about that.
Nice question, Toastmaster Devman. Yes, I performed almost all the roles, from the sergeant attempts to the district director. Honestly, the most challenging role is, can anyone say? Most of you also performed various roles. What is the most challenging role as per you? I put that question to you. Then I will answer. I will answer.
So for me, it was VP education was really tough.
VP education.
Any other answer? Yes, I also agree with that. VP education is the most challenging role in my experience. But at the same time, Mr. Toastmaster Uday Kumar, that's the most satisfying role as well. It gives immense satisfaction to a VP education because we are directly interacting with our own members. I used to say that VP education is just like a mother in a family, and president is just like a father. How a mother look after her children, the VP education must look after each and every member in his or her team or in that club. VP education must ensure that the members got what they desired. VP education is the person who can make or break a club. Most of the Toastmasters club became dormant just because of the inaction of VP education. Because VP education needs to contact each and every member at least in a weekly basis. If there are some absentees, immediately VP education has to call them or contact them and find out the reason for the same. If we have such a VP education in our club, definitely no club will die. And after years, initially, when you perform the role of VP education, many Toastmasters in our club say that, oh, we fed up with our VP education. He's always calling us and asking for taking up roles. But after that, in a year or after 2 years, many people will say that it is just because of that VP education I became a DTM, or I became, or I could earn such levels. I could achieve this award, that award, etc. They will recognize you after you relinquish from your position of VP education. So enjoy that, even though it is challenging, enjoy the role of VP education. People will like you, no doubt. Yes, then your second question, Toastmaster Uday Kumar, how we manage our time. Many people say that I don't have time. That is the most absurd statement I had ever heard. All of us have 24 hours. We are just prioritizing things. If I say that I don't have time, that means I don't give any priority to that particular activity. When we say we don't have time, when an emergency comes, we handle it, no? Why? Where? How could we find that time for handling that emergency? Because that emergency comes as a priority in our life. Simple reason. So, the success of a person is how he or she prioritizes his or her time. Many people, you know, Swami Vivekananda, Shankaracharya, Srinivasa Ramanujam, and many people lived only a few years, maybe below 40 years. Still they became great people. Why? They prioritize their time to achieve their goals. So just prioritize your 24 hours. Know which time is important, which we can move for tomorrow. So sometimes many times are flexible for us, but at the same time, some of them are not flexible. For example, attending this Toastmasters meeting between 9 and 10 is not a flexible time. But reading a book or watching a movie is a flexible time. So prioritize your time so that you can achieve your goal efficiently and effectively. That is the very simple secret of managing time. I hope I answered your question, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. It's like a word of wisdom. Thank you so much for saying that. Pranay, could you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Yes, Surya. Hello, DTM Narayan sir. This is Pranay. So my question is, how to, I need some suggestions or tips on how to handle the peer pressure before stepping into any of the leadership role. Suppose like our District 121 has a great leaders. They are set as a benchmark. They raise the bar high. And I, being a member, to stepping into that position, how to handle the peer pressure? Because they did a lot of reforms, and I might question myself, like, am I able to do it? Am I capable of doing it? So how to handle that kind of a peer pressure?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranay, for that relevant question. Now, many Toastmasters have that same fear of failure or pressure from the peer side. First of all, we should understand that we are here not for a rat race. Everyone has his own abilities, potential, and also weakness as well. I used to say that Toastmasters is a platform where you can make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Don't worry about your peer pressure. There are many people in your club or in your team to support you. We don't have all the resources or equipments or all talents to have or to achieve our goals. But when we have a team, we need not worry about it. Our members in the team will definitely support us to achieve our goals. Why do you bother about your peers? You can do with the best of your ability. Not worry about the talents, abilities, or potential of your peers. Sometimes they may do better than us. So what? At the end of the day, you must have a satisfaction that I did my best of my ability. If you have that satisfaction, nothing will prevent you from getting a good sleep. But the question is whether you did your best. As I said, I have taken up many leadership roles. In some of the roles, I could not perform as per the expectation of others. But I have a satisfaction that I did my level best. So I don't have any worry about my success or my failure. So just think what best you can do as a leader. Do it and seek guidance, help, and support from your mentors or senior leaders. So that will definitely help you to achieve your goals. Have I answered your question, Pranay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
With the profound answers, I feel like really relaxed after hearing your answers. Who's the lucky person to ask the next question? Yes, Sapari sir.
A leader requires a lot of energy. So as a leader, how do you manage to maintain your energy throughout this career?
Okay, Toastmaster Sabarisan, I fully agree that a Toastmaster needs a lot of energy. How do we acquire that energy? It is very simple. When we are in the midst of like-minded people, we get energy from them. Because why we feel that we are safe and we can act with full of energy in our home? It is with the knowledge that our family members are there to support us, to motivate us to achieve our goals. They will be behind with us for anything and everything. So if we are in the midst of people who are ready to help us, who are ready to support us when we make mistakes, or if they are ready to correct us when we are going wrong, why should we fear? We can take actions and we can maintain our energy. Normally, I used to grab energy from my fellow Toastmasters. That's why immediately when Toastmaster Udaykumar asked me to deliver a speech in this meeting in area I2, without any hesitation, I accepted it. Because I know that when I am here, I can see your beautiful faces. I can interact with you. And from you people, I can tap my energy and keep my energy. So always good relationships, friends, and the people around us will help us to maintain our energy. This is the secret of my energy, not the boost, as Sachin Tendulkar says.
I just want to ask one question. This is Maya.
Yes, Maya.
So
Good evening.
I just want to know, can you relate any of the TM role learning that help you to make an impact in your leadership journey? I'm just aiming to know any leader like TM role that help you to made an impact in your leadership journey. Any incident or any experience from Toastmaster?
Yeah, if you don't mind, you're saying that the elevating leadership skills from Toastmasters to profession?
Yes. Like just an example, for we have different roles. So can you just share any roles that made you to that made an impact in your leadership team, leadership journey?
Yes, Maya. I can tell you a few, one example. Before joining Toastmasters, I was a short-tempered person. It created many problems in my work life. Because as a leader or as a group leader in my organization, I wanted to implement what I had in mind without looking or without seeking guidance or support from others. But when I joined Toastmasters, I learned the importance of listening others. That helped a lot in my professional work to become success. Of course, it helped me a lot in Toastmasters as well. So each and every role in the Toastmasters, especially the role of Vice President Education, as I said, will give you enormous abilities or potential to become success in your organization, because it requires a lot of patience, perseverance, and flexibility or adaptability. All these roles will give you such kind of potential that help you to become success in your life as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maya.
Thank you, DTM Pandirajan, for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Pandirajan.
And
Hi, sir.
you
Thank
want
you.
to ask any questions related to leadership, why you want to choose club leadership, or a general opinion about Toastmaster leadership and its benefits, please unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay.
And I am happy to say that most of the people here are eminent leaders. They already proved their mettle in the leadership journey.
Okay. If nobody goes, I have a lot of questions. When I took more leadership roles in Toastmasters, people talk about strategy to achieve goals. So, what is your strategy in achieving any goals, either in Toastmasters or professional?
Each and every leader has different types of strategies to achieve their goals. First, I would look in the history, how the past leaders achieved their goals. Then I look whether something can be improved in those strategies, whether there is any better way. I always discuss with my mentors. Unfortunately, nowadays, many Toastmasters are not seeking the help of mentors. They don't know the importance of mentors. Whenever we are in a dilemma or need some guidance, we have to seek the expertise or the opinion of our mentors or senior leaders or even fellow Toastmasters. Because sometimes it may be from a novice Toastmaster, we will get a new idea, a new feasible idea. So accept or take the opinion of all people around you and implement which you feel better for achieving that goal. Of course, it would be just like an experiment. Sometimes it may success. If it fails, it would give you a lesson. That's my strategy. That's my strategy.
Thank you so much. Who's the lucky person to ask the final question? We are almost on time. Is anyone has any further question? Yes.
I have one question. So Narayan sir, I have one question. So sometimes it is related for club leadership. When it will come to club leadership, we have to think about, let new people can take responsibility, or else we can stick with, experienced people have to be part of that. So what is your opinion on that?
Thank you, Pandirajan. It's a relevant question as far as the club officer roles are concerned. What is the role of a leader? As I said in my speech, if you can create leaders instead of followers, you are a leader. When you become a president or the VP education, one of the most important duty of those people is to create a second line of leadership. If we can create that, the club won't die. At the end of the year, or we can have sufficient leaders for taking up the role of club officers. But unfortunately, we can see in many clubs, maybe because of the lack of time, people are not focused on creating leaders, but they just perform their routine duties and move away from that role at the end of that year. As an area director, I think he or she must see that or go to the club and ensure that there is a second line of leadership there. If we ensure that, next year it will be very easy to have that leadership. But as all of you know, that nowadays it is very difficult to find out leaders in the club level, and we are forcing people to take up those roles. If we are forcing people, you know the result. The club may die in course of time because those people may not have that passion to conduct the club meetings or to achieve to ensure that the club members achieve their goals. So, especially the president and VP education must ensure that they create a second line of leadership before they relinquish the leadership roles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We have one more final question. It's from Toastmaster Ramsey. Could you please ask a question?
Thank you, Toastmaster Uday. I'm president from the Toastmaster Professionals and Entrepreneurs Club. Just the challenge, what the challenge you are facing is just the people. I'm the president. Most of the times I'm leading that. Members are not continuously joining our meetings, and just we encourage a lot of times to join the meetings, regular meetings, and they are telling that we are joining, but in the last minute they are not joining. Is there any ways to get that members into that joining our club meetings regularly? Is there any strategies to follow? Just curiosity, I know. Yes.
Thank you, Vamsi. It is a crisis facing by many Toastmasters clubs. The first thing is contact each and every member personally and talk with them why they didn't turn up for the meeting. There may be so many reasons, and it may differ from person to person. Sometimes some of the people may be interested in table topics, some of the people may be interested in delivering a speech, and some of the people may be interested in performing their skills. It may not be a Toastmaster skill or Toastmaster role. Check with them. And all the meetings need not be the same mode. Mundane meetings will definitely hated by Toastmasters. So what I'm suggesting is at least once in a month or once in 2 months, conduct an altogether different meetings. It may be the exhibition of skills of our members. Need not have any speeches, table topics, evaluation, etc. Let it be an entertaining meeting. Then definitely, if that's a variety meeting, definitely the Toastmasters will attend that meeting.
Okay.
The most important thing is attract the members towards to the meeting. When they come regularly, of course, we can discuss about other matters. The first thing is the presence of members in the Toastmasters meeting. For that, check what, as a president or as a VP education, what best you can do to attract those members. I will share a small incident for all of you. When I was the president of Lithuanian Toastmasters Club, I found that the attendance was gradually reducing. At that time, I organized a debate. Do you know the topic of that debate? It was a controversial topic. Whether ladies can be permitted in Shabarimala. You can think that it is a gender-based topic. You can think that it's a religious-based topic. But of course, this type of comments came up just before organizing, just when I declared that topic. But I decided to go with that topic. And it was in that debate, the Lithuanian Toastmasters Club witnessed the maximum number of participants. The hall was full and people were standing in that conference room. I still remember that. So it is nice to attract the audience first. Whatever way we can. Yes, Vamsi.
Yeah, got it. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for your valuable suggestion. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Narayanan, for the wonderful session and the questionnaires. Thank you all who joined this meeting. I like to thank all the dignitaries from District 121 joined this meeting. I have a big request to each and everyone. Please come on camera to take a selfie with our DTM Narayanan. Please turn on your camera for the group photo. I request each one of you, if you can please to turn on your camera. That will help us to take the. Okay. Pranay, Vamsi, if you have challenges, no worries. It's fine. No worries, no worries. Hi, Vipin. Nice to see you. Okay, let's go with a count of 3, 2, 1. Now with some crazy emoticons, let's go with the count of 3 again. 3, 2, 1.